Hello? It kind of jumped on me. Can you guys hear me? I'm alive. Hello? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Just wanted to make sure because I don't want it to go through like 3 times. Hello, Julie, Linda, Ruth Ann, Sheila, Barbara M, Plant Lover, Barbie, MTT, Velvet, Ellie, Linda S, okay. Plant Lover again. Reader. It's been quite a day here at Shea Gates before we get into it. I'm a little loopy. I might have taken an antihistamine. I don't know. But what's important here is that we got Cody's phone and the TV on the same day after the devastation that happened in our house when the TV fell and took everything with it.
Thank you, Jesus, and thank you to.
And if you know anything about me, I suck it all towards the technology, and switching Cody's phone, which was cracked, to the new one, and then having to call Verizon back and forth. Not fun. And then unpacking the TV was a nightmare. That almost caused a divorce between me and Cody because he was being a little rough with it. And
no, I was not.
Our home and like our Verizon plan didn't cover this. You know why? Because it fell. They don't cover accidental damage, like it tipping over like it did in our case. So that sucked. So then we had to get like a new one, and we're so petrified of like the stand being on it like the right way. So that was another hurdle. And then remembering all your passwords for every app and stuff that you have to put into the, but all in all, good day. But I don't, I don't like learning anything new and doing anything technical. So MTT, I wouldn't put a wall mount. I wouldn't mount a 12-inch TV on one of these walls. This house was halfway underwater when Hurricane Sandy hit. No, thank you. That would last probably 30 seconds. But everything's good. And but it's been a day. It's the aggravation of setting up a new phone. And then like Cody's phone was never backed up. He had his phone for how many years, babe? He had an iPhone 10, for Christ's sake. So. And he got it new. That's how long he's had it. And he refused to get a new one. And fun fact, Cody, in all those years that he's had his phone, never backed it up once. So trying to back that up so we could transfer it to the new phone was I don't even
a great time. We really bonded.
And then trying to get retroactive storage because he was at 580 of 25 gig.
Well, you send me a lot of stuff and I save it.
Hey, Johnny. So it's been fun. But thank God we got it all back together. So with that being said, let's get into this stupid show.
Teeny, teeny, tiny shots. You give yourself
Oh, God.
I can never find this stupid intro. It's always under breaking news and I know it, but for some reason I just glide right through it every time. Okay, so this episode was a fun one, yeah? Where to start with all these lovebirds? I don't even know. Let's do Vira and Bojo. She's fun for now. I could stomach her. You know, she got the 4 jobs. I'm learning to. I didn't like her much the first episode, but then, like, then she's trying to race in the airport with 5-inch heels. Bojo, that's his name. Why would you want to wear 5-inch heels on like a transcontinental? No, that's not the right word. The other way around. A transatlantic. That's that. There you go. Flight. Wouldn't you want to like be like as comfortable as possible, like sneakers? I don't know. And then like put your pumps on when you land in like Croatia. Hey, Wicked. But like she's growing on me. I don't despise her like I do most of the cast, so that's saying a lot. But then we find out Borjo's backstory. And I don't know where to stand with him. He's like kind of fun, but like he's like, move over Eddie Murphy. I'm like the Croatian comedian / semi-pro / what I really do is play pickup games like they did in White Man Can't Jump. Because is he like the Woody Harrelson in this scenario? But he's kind of quirky and he's kind of fun, but he knows he's kind of funny, so that kind of makes him do. I don't know. I'm split down the middle with him if I like him or not. I like that he's like living like a White Man Can't Jump life, and now like he's waiting for his like little Rosie Perez to come to see him. His Bosnian by way of Orlando, Rosie Perez, and the Stuckey brothers. So, and he was talking about how he plays basketball, and he's like, well, I'm not 6 foot. I'm like, are you 5 foot? But like, I don't want to be mean because I kind of like him. But did you see him like walking down like the market? Like there were like women taller than him. And then he said he winds up getting, which the big shocker at the end is that we find out that he got fired from his semi-pro basketball team because they found someone taller. I don't know if I want to. I don't know. He's kind of fun though, but he did lie about having a job, and that she's like oh, he's in the Croatian NBA. He's like the Croatian Shaq, and meanwhile, I've seen broomsticks taller than him, but it is what it is. But he's kind of fun, So I don't know if you're watching Bojo, but I don't know where to stand with you quite yet. But this is this is your first episode. Was it the broomstick?
Yeah.
But I did like his mom a whole lot. A whole lot. A whole lot. She seemed like really down to earth. Very Catholic, and Hail Mary sister, and she's praying for him to have he'll find a woman and no, the mom. I'm not even making fun of the mom. And if I come off, I really do like her. Like, amen. Like she's like almost a nun. This woman. Hail Catholics. I felt for her immediately, and then he's like, "Oh, I don't want to tell my mom that what she dreams of and prays of every goddamn day is coming true." And then he says oh, by the way, here's why, is because, like, she'll make me tell her something that I don't want to deal with yet. And meanwhile, it's the fact that he's not working and he's playing pickup games in the yard instead of like fucking working on like the Croatian Knicks, the Split River Rockets, or that's a catchy team name. Yeah, but like, I think there's more to this story too, because the mom was like very adamant that she wants him to be happy and have kids and like find his way out of the darkness. What's that about? Like, what else is he hiding in that? Her words, not mine. But she's also adamant that he lets whoever he dates know right away what's up. So it makes you respect her a whole lot more. But then when he tells her, she breaks down crying, like, and she's like, in her confessional, she's like, thank God, like her prayers were answered. So of all of them, I like the mom's on the getting the gold for me so far this episode. Bojo's mom, very Catholic mom, half nun mom, and yeah, I think that's a good recap of their little story there. Bang, one down, 18 to go. I'm not gonna eat no hard boiled egg in the middle of a live. Show them what you just tried to put in my face.
I don't have anything.
A dry ass hard boiled egg. I think you're hard boiled. Cody, that's extremely unprofessional. How dare you? A hard boiled egg. Like a half-eaten hard boiled egg, okay?
No, I cut it in half, you idiot.
You did not cut it in half. You had claw marks in it.
No, it didn't.
Had some leftover salt and pepper that escaped his gullet when he took his first giant fucking bite of it. That's what it had. A few sands of pellets of fucking pepper.
I really cut it. I did.
Trying to give me a hard boiled egg in the middle of a live. Half eaten.
It wasn't.
Then you're trying to say you cut it like with a knife. Then you're trying to say like, how'd you cut it?
I broke it like that.
You broke it like that because people break eggs like that.
No, because it was coming apart because it didn't peel like the ones that you did. Because you peel an egg like done. That's one like I had to pick it.
Cody is like, he's just mad because I could open up a hard-boiled egg in one peel. I have a secret cracking method that's from like the east
Choking on that egg
of someplace, and I can crack a hard-boiled egg and it just slides right off every time.
That's why like it was like half
I know.
peeled off and everything else because. But I did cut it, I swear.
All right, speaking of the East, let's go to Loren and Faith because that's a good segue. See how that works? Okay, so oh my. Loren, Mr. Gonorrhea. Oh man, I'm gonna get in trouble with this little segment. And Faith. So it's 2 days after his gonorrhea words that are coming out of my mouth on a live diagnoses. And I think the whole world took a collective like sigh of relief when he found out that his dick wasn't jizzing anymore. Like, I like every day I woke up this week and I was like, oh my God, poor Loren. Is he still like hemorrhaging pus.
Oh,
I don't know, but I think pus would be the most appropriate word here. And I know it was on everybody's mind. I think 60 Minutes did a segment on it this week. And they talk about how this poor guy. She put Lady Boy Faye put Loren in the friend zone, and now she feels better. Good for her. That she doesn't have to feel as much and worry so much about what he thinks of her, knowing that they're just friends and he's pretty much a piece of shit. So there's that. Okay, so this is where this recap will get a little dicey. Just okay, so they're in this cute little bus and they're going. So instead of going to meet her parents right away, because obviously this guy is dirty, and I wouldn't want to be in the same CVS as him, get alone like my parents' house. Like I would be embarrassed in front of like my local grocer if I was just next to him. So I don't blame her for pulling that move. So they go and they need to spend more time together. Maybe. So they go to this island, but on the bus, they're having this conversation, and somehow I forget the wording. Let me see if I wrote this down here. That he's in Vegas and he wants to make it up to her by trying to save $2,000 to buy her parents a house out on that island somewhere where they could all collectively live there together, right? And he's trying to butter her up, and then she's like, well, no, you need to stop thinking like what your other head. And he's like, oh wait, what are you talking about? He's like, I'm a bottom. I don't do dick with my dick. And that just opened up my head to just some dirty bottoms.
oh,
And like I could only imagine like it would be like the sensation of like throwing a hot dog down a hallway.
oh,
Like,
hot dog.
he could sit down on a fire hydrant
Oh,
in the middle of a 4-alarm fire and be like, what's up? Uh, and then I felt bad for Faith because just the thought of how like creepy dirty he is, and like the how he really got gonorrhea. Like you just don't want to go down that road, like I did earlier when I was watching this. It like makes you think like what like a chair would look like if like if our knees like were on the back of our legs type of situation. Like once you um
That's funny.
and then Fate's like, well, I'm a trans woman, and I am a bottom as well because for me, I'm a woman, and I don't really want to use that. So I felt bad for her. And then he counters with, well, now that I know that she's not on the hormones, it's pretty much just a guy. And as stated previously on episode 1, when you first met my charming self, I like a feminine cock. So I don't even know if I want to like be with her anymore because it's just like another dick. And I'm paraphrasing there, but that's what he really meant to say. You know, like no, he wants to take it. Like he wants to, like, get all sorts of nasty up in it. He don't want no limpty, honey. And now he's like bummed out about that because now, like, once he likes, like, getting it like that, and then he has to start being the one, this is all sorts of doomed. And yeah. Wicked, to answer that question, it is a woman's penis that has women's hormones. So the penis gives off, I guess, more of like a rose gardeny smell.
Oh,
Like a lilac field.
ask John.
Like something Glade would put out.
Not Blade. No, didn't. It's Airway. Not Blade. It's Airway.
Like lavender fresh.
Scented lilac.
Citrus garden.
Scented lilacs.
And not like what, like, football field men's dick smells like.
Like poppy.
Poppies.
Like a poppy field.
That's what, like, Dorothy and like the Tin Man had to walk through when they almost got to Emerald City. Poppies. Which is like, haha, I got them in poppies, bitches.
We're ordering them right now.
Like something like that. That's what I imagine Loren wanting and smelling a woman's dick.
Yeah.
To bring it full circle. Poppies.
Okay. Like puppies. I'm feeling so tired all of a sudden.
Okay.
I'm gonna lay down.
Told you this is gonna be an interesting one. So, are we good with them? Because I'd like to move on.
Okay.
23 minutes, already did 2 couples.
See, that's good.
Killing it.
That's good.
Oh Lord, I don't have the strength for them yet. I need to do an easy one. I just did gonorrhea Sam. Oh no, not Brian and Ingrid. Oh Lord. I'm gonna have to get Bojo's mom here to start doing a rosary for me to get through that fucking segment. And the aunt. Okay, let's do Vey and Sunny. Sunny.
Let's do it.
Sunny. This is kind of heavy, but whatever. I kind of like Philip. Oh, let me get rid of this.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm like, I don't care about the part like, oh, chicken legs, like whatever. That's them being cute. And then, while she sends them off for ice, she video chats Rory, like, like 2 floors down. He's probably like 2 rooms over. Like, where do we think Rory stayed?
Right next door.
He's and like they're probably like adjoining rooms type of thing.
Yes, that's what I meant. Yeah,
Like at the Holiday Inn. Or any of the nicer Motel 6s we've been to. The high class Motel 6s, like with the microwaves in the room, like those fancy
I
ones.
tried to kill them.
And then they have, he's like, help me! I've been trapped in this room for like 4 days. Like, what the fuck? And she's like, well, I don't want to like tell him yet. So they go on the boat, blah blah blah. She tries to almost tell him on the boat, and she's like, I don't want to ruin the moment. Okay. So then, somewhere in between them shooting, they must like production must like it got food or ate dinner or some shit like that, and somewhere in a 2-hour gap, poor old Sonny finds a picture of like her and Rory, bullshit name, um, on the flight together, all like, And I have to take his side on this one. Like, I can understand if I were in her shoes, her not wanting to tell him because she'd be afraid of what his thing is. Like, that's really just rolling the dice. And you gotta expect to like you have probably have like a 2 out of 6 chance, like even getting close to like winning that one. I can see the logic in it, but that's something you'd really have to do before you flew down there. What does it look like to him when you bring your ex, who's like, not bad looking, down with you when you're filming a show about like marriage? Because it's still 90 Day Fiance, right? You're planning to marry these people at some point. And if I were him, I would probably look at it like this is all a setup. You did this so you could be on TV, and that's why you brought your ex with you. And I get her wanting to bring somebody and probably a man with her because she's never left this States before. And she is going to a weird place on another continent. So I get her wanting to like not be alone. And then I also get her not wanting to pick a girlfriend because then we have then we might have like one of those Taken situations, right? Like the two girls and like they get hijacked and fucking what's his name? Voldemort's gonna fucking find you or whoever the hell that was, and 2 tattoos, five dicks, 15 scars, 27 guns, like that type of situation. So I get that too. I really put a lot of thought into this because I really tried to like look at it from both sides. But if she's gonna pull a move like that and roll it, she should have told him. And then if he had said no, or even if he was like kind of like about it, but like he didn't give you a hard no, you take him fuck anyways, and then you could say, well, we had the conversation, and you knew it. And so that I don't know. This one's tough. Or like the second that she landed. And she's like, hey, I gotta let you know I was too afraid to fly alone, and he was the only one that can make it with me. But still, I think bringing the ex is just horrible. Because I would be thinking that they're together the whole time, and are they? I don't know. And Rita, are you here? Wasn't she involved in some what is that? Like some type of like, Amway type of shit? But like the bad one? MLM? Allegedly. So I gotta lean in his favor. But I do see her point. Like I do see it. I don't want to be like all like, she's an asshole. Oh, well, then that. But wasn't she in like a multi-level media? Is that what it's called? Type of fraudery? Or am I thinking of somebody else? Because that could be very possible given my current state.
Marilyn Monroe.
Okay, well then there you go. I'm like, okay, you're really bringing down like my likability here, Rita, and like you're on my side. Thank you. You could have led with that, Rita.
Can I ask you a question? Why?
I don't get to use that one all that much, so like I found it apropos. Anywho. Christine, hey everybody else in the chat. I didn't say hi to. I missed you. I still give it to him. I'm not gonna say I'm like completely on his side. Well, no, he really didn't do anything wrong, did he? He did absolutely nothing wrong. I honestly can't think of one thing he did wrong. So why shouldn't I be completely on his side? She's the one that's. Ugh. But I do see some aspects of her logic in her head making sense. I'm a little ticky ticky boom boom in my head too. So I hear the call of the other ticky ticky boom booms out there, and I could see it. I'm gonna give the edge to him. All right, moving on. 32 minutes. Look at this. Making all sorts of progress. Okay, this one will be quick. Okay, hold on. Intermission. And we're back. Okay, Tiger Lily and Adnan, they were like super like, so she really only went there for 5 fucking days. She got there, she landed. Was it the first day, like they were there, like they signed the paperwork at the place. Then the second day they were there, they got like they had like the rehearsal dinner, which was like a wedding in itself. The third day they were there, they had the big giant wedding ceremony that like Kim Kardashian couldn't afford. The fourth day they were there, they drove to the honeymoon spot where they tried to find the Holy Grail. And the fifth day they were there, they left with the Grail on the camel with Salah and Indy's father and Indy and Marcus, and they galloped back to the hotel room where she had to fly home, and she's like, I don't want to leave. Oh my god, like we fought and everything, but in this 5 days and these 4 months of knowing you, it's I don't want to leave you. And like, yeah, there's a part of me that wants to like see my kids, I guess, but you cried last night and it made me feel really good about myself, and I really needed that at that time, and screw all the rules, and I just don't want to go, and like all that. 5 days, and they only knew each other 4 months. So she probably got a week off of work, or if she probably flew like on a holiday weekend, like when you get the Monday off.
It was a Groupon ticket.
On Groupon. No, they flew first class.
That's probably still on Groupon.
She's like, I just want to be on TV, and I'm going to show the world that like I could travel around with a glam squad just like Erica Girardi. She meant fucking business. She was like, boom, 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 and I'm out. It's weird that like she had to have the glam squad come, and like all that time she could have spent with Adnan. She's having Crusader and Soliloquy like do her hair and makeup. Why? For like for like what? Like a 6-hour plane ride? Like the other one had to wear like the 5-inch heels? Like why? You always have to lick your butts. And then we find out that in the previews for next week, she's like, okay, so it's been 2 months, and like me and Adnan have had like a lot of problems. So I didn't want to get into that yet. So we see this 5-day love sesh, these strangers in the night after 2 weeks of being apart. It's already fallen to shit. And I can't even like return like my Groupon because I already went and married him.
I can't erase my signature.
Wait, he went to the hospital, Christine? Who did? Adnan. Oh my god, did Adnan go to the hospital?
Did he?
I don't know.
Oh.
I know what you're saying, Christine. Yeah, he went to the hospital, guys. Like, he was like so crazy because we got into a fight and I didn't like return his calls for like 2 days. He's like freaking out. I was there for like 5 days. I know this man inside and out. And don't forget, I already talked to him like for 4 whole months. And like most of those months had 31 days in them. Okay. Esteban, can you give me a blowout? My hair is getting entangled.
Not the tangled hair.
So that's their story. All right. Boom, boom. Oh, we did Violet and Bojo. Oh no, I'm running out of people. Oh, I gotta say Brian for last. I can't. Amarosa. I'd rather do Amarosa. Nope, did them. I keep going back to forts. 1, 2. Did them. Damn it. Damn it. We've usually been live for like 2.5 hours before I got into this. Like, this is like the last couple. This is different for me. All right. Let's do Niles and Matilda. Lil Rasputia. They you didn't watch this. You were not here. It opens with Niles giving Rasputia push-up lessons to get
What?
6-pack abs.
I'm disturbed, but I'm also intrigued at the same time. So, what else happened? I wasn't here for this part, so. Oh, Jesus.
And then Matilda's like, Niles is an expert.
It's a what?
Expert.
Oh, jeez.
But it's good that they're engaging in physical activity, not of the sexual kind. Because if you remember correctly, the first night she tried to ride him like Seattle Slew. And
This shit don't seem right.
he had to like, almost like, throw him off. Just weird.
That shit's unsanitary.
And then he gives her like his 20 maxims. And very like, out of I get like kind of like the opposite of like Loren's like deal with my gonorrhea test partner test, like his questionnaire. He has 20 maxims. No, not condoms.
I wasn't here for this. What does he got 20 maxims for? Yeah.
Cody.
Oh, is it a pill? Like,
No, it's not a pill. Oh my god. Like commandments. Like,
oh, it's like an essay thing that you have to fill out.
shut up, please.
Oh, Jesus. I thought it was condoms.
You see where his brain goes from condoms to pills.
Well,
Okay.
when you say maximum, I'm like, wait, what? And 20 of them? Holy crap. I wasn't here. I didn't watch it. Well, all of it.
Please shut up. But listen. Now look. He took her to, because when I think romance, I think going to the first president of Ghana's memorial site. Sorry. Like maybe the Washington Monument, because I don't, but you know what really rings my bell? And like I have 2 degrees in history, but hey, Sly. But it was a really nice looking place. The statue, the fountain, very presidential. I mean, like, I wouldn't want to get proposed to in front of, like, the Lincoln Memorial. I don't know. But then I didn't get proposed to. Like, ours was like, hey, I guess we're going to get married because New York passed a law. That was it. That was as sexy as it got. Literally. I watched the news and New York was like the 6th state to pass it. This is back in 2011. I'm like, hey, I guess we should get married because it's legal now, and then we'll get grandfathered in if they take it away. And he's like, okay.
You didn't want me to leave. You had to tie it down.
How it is. And then 17 years later. The lovebirds that you see before you. Oh, okay. So 20 maxims, his code of conduct. First president's memorial, plebiscite. She accepts, and that was his time to say. And by the way, I can't marry you until later on our next trip, maybe. And then next scene, you see them like he takes her to a bar, and he finally tells her, by the way, like, have I been good? She's like, yeah, and she's so excited. And this is where I kind of swing towards Little Rasputin's way on this one. That she like, she deserves like a big, how you doing?
Play your thing. Play that thing, John.
Wow, cool. He tells her, next time, maybe next trip, we'll see down the road. I need to let you know. And she's like, why didn't you tell me this before? And then he started saying that he didn't. I know he's on the spectrum, and I know he processes thoughts differently. I get that. but I think he was still trying to lie.
Mhm.
Because then he started saying
I
to
felt that.
her and in the
He would.
confessional as well, you know, I never said that we were gonna get married, but then even like 5 minutes before in that episode, you were saying, I gotta tell Matilda this big secret. Every time we've seen a scene with him, he's been saying that like he has to let her know that they're not getting married on this trip. It was very clear that they were getting married on this trip, and he knew it the whole time. He was gonna get married on this trip until was it his sister? Someone talked him out of it, like on episode 2 or whatever, when they went to a restaurant and whatnot. And she's like, you know, you should really know him better. Um, so mm-mm. And that would have made me mad because I got kind of mad watching it, so I could only imagine how she felt in that time because he even got the ring to soften the blow when he had to tell her that he wasn't getting married on this trip. And then in this episode, up until the second it happened, he was saying it. So, and he's trying to put it on her, making her feel bad.
Got me feeling bad.
And I really thought she was gonna like jump across the table and beat the fucking shit out of him. I was like, you know, you could see that she was trying to like contain herself. And she's like, you disgraced me. My whole family thought we were getting married. Like, you know, I feel lousy. And you could see the blood rush into her fist like me on a Saturday night when I'm 2 boxes in and I'm just ready to go like that. I thought she was just gonna jump across the table and just start like I don't know what she was gonna do to him, but it wasn't gonna be good. But she sat there, and then the more he said, "No, you knew," the madder she got. I'm like, "When's it gonna happen?" And she left me hanging. She went off like a lady and left, and you know, said she didn't want anything to do with him anymore. I was really hoping for something like a Teresa table flip, maybe like something. But she left me hanging a little bit. I don't know who I'm gonna score this one to. I gotta give it to Matilda on this round. You know, I do understand Niles, but like another like not another nice move like the other one. But it was very clear that he was trying to like cover his lie, and that just drove me crazy. But whatever. All right, let's move on. I think we're down to the last one. Ooh, Lord. Oh, how come Bojo's mother isn't here yet?
Sure.
All right. Brian and Ingrid. I need a hot second. Back. Okay. So the cliffhanger from last episode is that they had a big kerfuffle about some oral being offered that wasn't wanted.
Oh, not that girl.
Look at that headline. The oral war. I couldn't say it again if I wanted to. And you know, this is a very delicate matter for some people. Oh, my overall, if I need like, MTT, you need to make me like a blinking nasty, like just nasty with like a lot of big bulbs just popping off. But we'll get to his nastiness. We'll address the nastiness in a hot sec.
Oh, Lordy.
Oh, intense. He is like from like Krypton. He's like looking for Superman because Superman trapped him in a triangle that's been floating fucking space for like hundreds of thousands of years. Like that's how intense he is. But a horny version of it. And like not a fun horny. Like this poor girl on like night one had to like hear him hit it like I need a metaphor here.
I hit it and split it.
Every metaphor I'm going for is just funny in my head, but it's probably not going to work well.
Oh, wow.
So, best better keep my mouth shut on that. But, okay, so he talked to his sister, so I guess his sister's a lesbian, and I guess that would be somebody good to talk about when you're talking about, going down on a girl. Weird. I don't know. Just I I don't know. I couldn't. Is that normal sibling talk? Like someone in their 50s calling their sister in their 50s and being like, "Yo, I tried to eat some puss last night," and she was like, "Pump your brakes." Like, is that like a conversation people have?
Don't want to hear about your puss, girl. No. Don't want none of that puss,
Oh, with the
girl.
remix. That was like, okay, but that's all right, but it was weird. But I agree with the sister. Because, and then this whole topic of like it being more intimate than, just normal, like, penetration.
Hey, can you hand me those olives?
I mean, I have to say, like, I don't know. You could do, if you want to do some harm, you could do a lot of biting in both those areas, and I couldn't see it being like fun. I don't know. I don't know what's more intimate. I know that your face being down there seems to be more intimate than because I don't know. And neither does Brian. Or he does know, but he doesn't care. That's what I should say. Um, and she's like, you can't be a caveman. I'd be like, ooh, I eat box now. Yes, And I'm just again, I'm paraphrasing like what the sister was saying.
Say it again.
Like, I eat box now. Yes.
Oh, that give me a high.
That's how I would think a caveman would say it if he was like in his situation. Like,
It's like Bam Bam.
One syllable words and all. So then, like, he wants to go to dinner or lunch and try to work this horrible fucking relationship out for like the umpteenth time in like 1.42 days. Because every day has been something with them. It's just not been easy at all. And again, I have to side with her because she really keeps trying and trying and trying and I don't know. It's something weird. Yeah, right, Callie Christine? Exactly. He's so determined that she's not bothered by him being handicapped that he's actually making it weird. Yes, I agree with you. Like, he wants to be like pissed off by it, but she's like, no, it's okay. He's tested her it's from the second they landed. That's a really good point. And he's like, and I get from his point that he wants to see if she's really in it for that, or if she can put up with like the responsibilities, or no. Oh, I get that, but she really he has dropped like it was like a little like grenade, then like a bomb, and then like the next week's a nuke. Like I mean, the next one's gonna just like take the whole planet out. So, and he does seem super horny, man. Like, and he said like he's kind of like a Casanova. He's had what? This is his third under the age of 30 Brazilian fiance in a row, and that he's like this big shot in Brazil and plays like soccer down there. And it sounds like he gets like little TNA every night because he's like Brian, and he's that good. Like I feel like he's insulted that she's not like throwing himself on him. Also on top of what you said, I don't know. So then, like she gives him like the umpteenth chance to, after the whole like "don't eat me out" gate happens, and um I don't know, like it just seems like, did he purposely like not have the condom because that's what he wanted to do? Did you also go down that dark rabbit hole that I thought of earlier? Like, why didn't you have the condom? You know, because I don't trust him at all. And he does seem to like be very super manipulative, because he starts this conversation with her at the lunch at the table saying, like, first off, I just want to apologize. Like, I thought about it and I was completely wrong. And, I'm so sorry. And then he's like, but can I ask you a few questions? It's just like, yeah, because he buttered her up to, you know, she didn't see like the penetration coming. The penetration that he was looking to give her the night before but couldn't. She got the penetration the other way during this lunch, in this complicated sandwich that he served her. Buttered up, and then started grilling her about what happened. Um, what do you think happened? What do you think my intentions were? I was trying to give you a gift. Why didn't you see it? And she's like, I don't, it was like he was like grilling her. And she's like, well, I didn't want to do that, and for me, it's different, and it's more intimate for me. It's like, like fuck you. And then, I mean, this guy is like really good, I think. And then at the end of it, when he realizes he probably went too far because he was like grilling her, like fucking like Matlock grilled the bad guy in like 1984 when that show was on. He then pulled into like, he reversed it and did the waterworks. It was like, from the bottom of my heart, I'm so sorry. I'll go fuck yourself. I'll never do it again. Like, wait 10 minutes. I can't wait to see what secret like we find out next. And it's hard to take notes when they're on because it's like all subtitles. So I kind of just like kind of paraphrase it, and like I draw faces like, you know.
What, like your own like little emoji?
Yeah, like I have my own little emojis like, or like like this is the worst. I'm giving. Let me see here.
In Norbit, if you ever see
That's the Rasputia one. I had to give him this of the week. Like, I give you 3 Robins. And like that's the worst rating you can get.
3 sobbing Robins. And a partridge in a pear tree.
Because like that was my face the whole time, like you were grilling her. I had to rent her kids, Robin's kids, like to come sit on my couch next to me so that we could all look like that together. Cost a lot of money. And we were wondering how the Browns made their money on Sarah Frazier's podcast, which I was just on. Well, there you go. You just rents those 2 to sit on your couch and look sad next to you. And they don't come cheap. Nope. Ah. Hey, Addie, I love you. All right, so you kind of missed it. I'm almost done, believe it or not. Oh no, it's last week. Don't get crazy, John. Okay. Oh yeah. So then they decided to take a trip, and he's like, "Okay, let's start from scratch." They decide to take a trip, and he's like, "You want to go with me?" And she's like, "Okay, let's try it again." So they're going to be in the same room, and Lord knows what he's going to whoop out next. Is there going to be I'm waiting for like a sex room, like a dungeon, like something out of Candy Burris's basement, like something like that, and like possibly Candy being there because probably she would be.
I mean,
And like him having like the gag in his mouth, and probably Loren being there.
oh, I could definitely see the gag in his mouth,
and Loren being there,
and
like
then slapping, like him tied
like
up
in
and
like
like,
his little
and
his
you
little
know,
sub
dominate
his
dress.
sub little thing, like
Super
give it to
model
me.
beauty queen.
Does your dick smell like an English rose garden?
Okay,
Like something like that.
How now, brown girl?
Ew. But totally something like that. 100. Oh right, happy birthday, MWI. Sunday. I got you on Friday. Happy post birthday. I sandwiched you in. Like Vay was hoping between Sunny and Rory. Shit. What else about Brian and Ingrid that is not
Don't even
likable? Yeah, pretty much it.
How do you care?
I'm good. I hopefully can do I know I'm 2 episodes behind on Sister Wives, so hopefully we could
You're 2? Oh, John boy.
it's been a couple crazy weeks. TV's in. That was a mission in itself. Hey, coffee. So yeah, all the technology is almost back. The iPad I can care less about. I barely use it.
And thank you again. Yeah, the iPad that'll come.
But like us sharing a phone, we haven't shared a phone since 2009. And it's annoying because normally I could have my iPad and like it'd be connected to it, but that was saying no. Oh, I'm dead. Bye.
No, thank Jesus. And thank everybody too.
So that's us. Hopefully we can do Sister Wives mañana.
Didn't you say you wanted to watch Footloose tonight?
No. Those
Yeah,
words
you
never
did.
came out of my mouth.
I think you said
They
that.
sure didn't.
You said that at the beginning.
No, pretty sure I didn't.
Did you want to watch the new one, or did you want to watch like the one with Kevin Bacon? Why is your feet moving?
Listen,
Oh.
I'm at an hour for
Footloose.
a recap. So thank you guys for being here, and I'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully. Maybe. I don't know. Bye.